About that time in the NFL season where the postseason blueprints are starting to be drawn. In the NFC, the champion Eagles are dusting off last year's design to keep them at the peak. Division leaders, the Rams and Bucs, are on scheme, but it's the architect Ben Johnson who has redrawn the Bears' plans and has them at the top of the North. In Seattle, the Darnold plan has proven successful so far, creating a foundation strong enough to lead the wild card grid, and the team on the outside of the frame, probably none more surprising than the Lions, whose blueprint has started to tear right now. We're going to talk about the Lions along with the Packers and Vikings a little bit later. But let's start talking in the NFC with the Bears. They have won 7 of their last 8. They lead the NFC North by a game, yet they're currently third in line among the favorites to win the division. I'm going to ask you guys, where do the Bears finish when it's all said and done? First, second, third?
I'm going first. I'm
really?
just
going first,
I love it. So you know what? Why not? Why not, America? Why not finish first, huh? It doesn't have to be Detroit or Green Bay. All the people, that's what they want. I'm telling you right now, I believe in the Bears.
Well, their defense is beat up. I'm not sure they have enough on that side of the ball. Caleb has much watched TV. I think they finished second.
I think go ahead, Gronk. I don't see them finishing first, but I see them making the playoffs as a wild card. Caleb is still finding his ways, and their schedule gets really tough from here on out.
I think they finished second. They've won so many close games. I don't know if you can keep that up, especially how we said we beat up.
You know what? You're right. They're second.
Thank you. I'm glad you agree.
All right, let's talk about the Rams and Eagles. They're tied for best record in the conference. We'll have more in Philly a little bit later. But right now, I'm going to ask you, are the Rams the best team in the NFC?
Head coach and quarterback are on a heater, and that defense is so good. The receivers are uncoverable, and I just think right now they're the most complete team.
Yeah, I agree. And I think they have the right combination of age. You got a quarterback who's experienced. You got a wide receiver, Devontae Adams, experienced. Puka Nacua is young enough to be the stud. And a young defense, aggressive like that, I think
defensive front, so physical.
I like Philadelphia, but the problem is Rams are the only team that we know of in the NFC that people aren't saying, well, if they could this or, well, if they could do that. While in Philadelphia, they're still questioning their quarterback, which makes no sense to me.
All right, look, the Rams take on Tampa today. Can the Bucs hold off Carolina, who've won 5 of their last 6 and are just half a game back as they play Monday night against San
I'll
Francisco?
go with this one of my former teams, but the Buccaneers, they just got to get healthy. They got way more talent than the Carolina Panthers, and their schedule eases up big time. I mean, they went through some tough games, over the past couple weeks, but once they get Godwin back this week as well and a couple other guys, they're going to start firing on all cylinders once again and run away. It's going to be close, but they're going to run away.
They got to play Carolina
and barely
twice.
win the division again.
After this win, after this loss, I don't think they're going to win this week. I think they go on a run.
Okay, everybody's saying that. And everybody's talking about Carolina. We sat here and just, they hadn't done much. Is their talent so tight in this league? Is you can have talent and you can have confidence.
Right.
They have both in Carolina. Don't sleep on them. So I'm not throwing Carolina.
Yeah, once again, why are we so quick to say, well, let's don't pay attention to Carolina? It's always the teams that we see and we like and we know. Carolina is up and coming, and why not Carolina?
All right, so
Carolina's
they play
way too inconsistent.
Carolina plays, well, we'll find out. San Francisco Monday night. What do you make of the Niners right now? Who are they?
As long as their key guy, the head coach and their key guys on offense, they can carry a team maybe into the playoffs. Are they going to go far in the playoffs? Probably not.
They switched role reversal because they were really a defensively minded team. Now offense needs to carry them. Completely different team.
Are they good enough to make the playoffs?
Yep.
No. The Rams are in the division. The
Seattle,
Seahawks.
they're not making it.
They're too decimated on defense. They miss Fred Warner.
When you got an offense that explosive.
And Bosa.
I don't.
Well, a key part of that offense has been missing. Jay Glazer joins us right now to talk about it, actually. Jay, there are reports this week about Brandon Aiyuk. The team took his guarantees away, and they fined him several times through the season. Are we ever going to see him back on the field this year?
I think it's up to Brandon Aiyuk. And look, these fines and the guarantees were taken back because of him not doing what he's supposed to do in his rehab all the way back in camp. And he's continued to incur these fines. And I think the answer is, look, if Brandon Aiyuk tries to do what he needs to get back with the team, they're going to love to have him back. But if he continues to miss these things, not only do I not see him playing this year, his career in San Francisco is probably over. It's up to Brandon.
All right, we'll find out then. We'll keep an eye on him and that. Earlier on Fox NFL Kickoff, you mentioned that Aaron Rodgers, he's out today with that wrist. What's the update on him?
Look, I talked to Mike Tomlin about it this morning, and he said, I want to hold him out this week to protect him for next week. And I think the thought process is he has a break in that wrist, but it's not displaced. But if he ends up going out there and it lands lands on it the wrong way, it could be displaced, and he'd be out for the rest of the year if that happened. So they wanted to protect him in this game.
We mentioned earlier the Bucs and Rams play. People forget there was one game. After signing for 2 days, Baker Mayfield came and played, kind of revived his career. But Sean McVay said maybe he did the same thing for him?
Yeah, look, I talked to Jason Light, the Buccaneers GM, yesterday, and he said Baker Mayfield's time with the Rams, he said Sean McVay's probably the first coach that allowed him to be Baker. That's what we were looking for. And I went and told Sean that they said that yesterday. He said, really, that's what they said? Oh, that's pretty cool, actually. Yeah, he said, but at the same time, I was going through a hard time. Matthew Stafford was hurt, so he helped me get the love of football back, and I think I did the same thing for him. So it was great. Hey, wait, one more thing here also. When I'm talking about love, not just football, but everything, hey, a very happy birthday to my little brother, Michael Strahan over there. Happy birthday, Stray. Happy birthday.
Thank
You
you.
don't look a day over 68.